Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another glorious episode of
Boba Fett, where
we wrap up our weekly show here of the Book of Boba Fett. To my immediate right, and the voice you just heard is the man, the myth, the legend, Evan T. Boucher.
Hello there. It's definitely a meme now. Like I said from last show, where I wanted it to be a meme. Just take the Kenobi versus Grievous and make it Boba Fett versus Kitchen Droid. Because he spins the knives, too, and everything. I'm like, come on. You did that on purpose.
I love that.
You know what you did.
And to his right, Cal Kestis himself, Tom Oakery. What's going on, brother?
By the right of the council, by the will of the Force, I'm going to fucking destroy this holocron because I don't want to find Force children. That's a... We talked on the last episode. That's a pretty Jedi move right there for Cal. Destroying that holocron so nobody else can find those Force-sensitive children and corrupt them.
Because we can't, in his mind, in a lot of good Jedi's mind, we shouldn't force them to become Jedi. Like,
was that holocron created by Jocasta Nu? I know it had the same list that she had in the archives.
I would assume it's the same one.
Yeah, she's an archivist. I mean, it's either her or her, not superiors, but her
Vader and the
predecessors. Yeah,
Vader and his folks fucked her up and killed her. But
Jocasta Nu is one of my favorite characters.
She's good. She could be on that.
There is a TVC Jocasta Nu they did a few years ago at a convention.
Oh, no shit.
Dude, and it comes with a Count Dooku bust.
Sweet.
Oh, part of the Lost 20.
Yeah,
bust.
it's got it's like a box and it opens and it's very expensive.
I bet.
If you guys ever want to go in on a cool Christmas gift from me, that would be dope as fuck. I saw it.
Noted, maybe?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know what that
Brad
was.
just put his finger into his asshole and licked it.
And then licked it.
And
then sniffed it.
You ever put your arms into your arms and you smell it like that?
Superstar. All right, so we're gonna do this the same way we did. Hey Mando, last time we didn't.
But it's gonna be better because we got Tom.
We do have Tom now. Tom, welcome to your first. We did the first three, and that was just kind of an overall thing. But this is the actual format as we kind of just go through the episode and talk about it. I have it pulled up here on Disney Plus. You won't be able to hear it, but this is a good way for us to walk through it.
He's watching it like a bantha.
He's like a bantha. So it starts out again with another flashback, which shows the
Hashtag
Joe Rogan in the
flashback
ice bath meme that I sent you guys, where he's just in the back of the tank.
It looked just like him.
And
it did.
It flashes back to him on Tatooine riding his bantha, who I don't think he gave her a name, but I liked the bantha a lot. And he's making his way downtown, Michelle Branch style.
Don't forget he makes out with the bantha.
That's true, he does.
Full tongue.
To Jabba's palace. And some Gamorrean guards come out. What is Hondo's species?
Weequay.
Some Weequay
and
walk
Nick
out
Does
there.
too. Nick Does too. You name it, they got him.
And he's like looking through his sniper rifle. He's baiting on shooting them, and he doesn't. He gives a reason, and I forget what the reason was.
Too many of them.
Just too many of them. Just
straight up says too much.
You're not today, old girl.
I love that.
Still too many guards. I'm reading it. So let's get something to eat, and then they go. There's like a fire scene. Is this a Ronto?
I was hoping they would show him like shoot a Ronto or something. That would have been cool.
I mean, but are there Rontos on Tatooine? Oh, well, yeah, because he said feed him a Ronto. That's right.
Yeah.
Special edition.
How cool that
would
have been. And then he feeds the bantha one.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I am sick of flashbacks.
Yeah.
Big time.
I'm done with them.
I am done.
I think most of these flashbacks aren't really even needed because it's like we don't fully need to know the whole explanation of all of this. It's like the explanations they gave for like, okay, Fennec Shan's with him again. They gave us in Mando. Good enough. I don't need to see all of that process that we do see in this episode.
Yeah, but how did she? I mean, she showed her mechanical.
That's good enough for me.
Abdomen, but
that's good enough.
But I know, but there was going to be somebody eventually. There was going to be a problem where they're like, how the hell did Fennec Shan survive that? How
techno
did she
music,
get
man? That's how you survive it. Hardcore techno.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yep.
It's
like they were in Ogas.
Not even.
No, Ogas is way better.
I know it's better, but it's like they were trying to.
Yeah, trying to like make that sound.
Yeah, make that atmosphere.
These flashbacks have either already been explained or they don't need to be explained. Or sometimes both, where it's already been and you're explaining it again anyway. Am I not wrong, though? Did you have to see her go through a 10-minute surgery? No.
Not that long. I mean, it could have been like an 80s montage.
At the
I'd rather take that. A montage.
Yes.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Yes.
And then you see the explosion, which is we now know the explosion from Mandalorian.
The old what do you call them? Flares.
Season 1.
The flares from Toro Calican.
I knew exactly what that was when I saw it, and I was like, "Oh shit, here we go."
Yeah.
And then I get this flashback gave me hope of no more flashbacks.
I'm pretty. I mean, because
we're caught up.
But like what else does Boba need to like show us? Like the mystery of the Sarlacc's done, how he got the Fennec's done.
Yeah.
The Tusken Raider shit's done.
Yeah, the Tuskens are done. He killed those one guys on the biker.
Oh my, that's coming up soon. The Niktos.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
Yeah.
Wait,
we'll get there. When he mows down those Niktos
After he gets the
in the ship.
fire spray gunship back.
Oh yeah.
That was brutal. I'm like, okay,
that was
we're
a
just
great moment.
I was like, this is brutal.
That
I'm
was
here.
a lot.
Okay.
I like that a lot. So then he goes and finds Fennec Shand and kind of rescues her. She's really severely injured, and so he takes her to Mos Espa to this like body modification shop.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna put the phone down. Wednesday when this came out, I messaged Tom, and I was like, "Hey, did you watch Boba Fett yet?" And he goes, "No," and I was like, "Okay, I was pissed." And I was like,
you were, because I was like, yeah, it was the best one yet. And you're like, was it
Was
though?
it?
Was it though? I was like, oh, sorry.
It pissed me off because I hate this argument, and I hate to even say it because I'm being Captain Hypocrite over here. This was the most un-Star Warsy shit I have ever fucking seen in any Star Wars content that I've ever witnessed. There might be other examples of it, but this is, for me, from what I've seen, the worst. This looked like some Blade Runner shit. Like, the Power Rangers speeder bikes, that's one thing. It's just color.
What's the same?
There's
same
no cyborgs.
Group of people anyway.
I mean, other than like
General Grievous,
but
like,
he
was full on droid. Almost.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was
just had a
90% droid.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
Yeah.
Am I off on this?
No one.
I
no one
hated
likes
it.
this that I've seen.
Well, no, I know no one liked it. I hate it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody defend it.
I haven't seen anybody defend it yet. It's just like we've never had these characters before. We've never had the droid people, and
it's
look,
the weirdest
it makes
planet
sense.
for them to be on. Though,
And
I
none
think.
of them look like.
Not
I mean, look,
really.
Does this look like a fucking Star Wars character to you guys?
No, I already.
I
know.
mean,
is
look
it
at
the
this.
eye patch guy.
No,
Cyborg?
it's worse.
Oh, it's the 2-eye guy.
That doesn't look like in any other time you've ever had any character from Star Wars.
Spy Kids.
You
That's
can
what it
take.
looks like.
It's exactly what it fucking looks like. You can take the character,
Which had
and
Danny
it
Trejo
goes,
in
"Oh,
it.
that looks like Star Wars."
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I showed you that a week ago and was like, "Us and Boba Fett,"
No,
you'd
I
have
would
been like,
said,
"What the
I
fuck
would
are
have
you
said,
talking
is
about?"
that from Ghostbusters Afterlife? It looks like the goggles that they use to look at ghosts.
The only thing that gives this, I wish you can't screenshot on Disney Plus because it
No, you
blacks
can't.
it out.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes it look like Star Wars is that moisture evaporator behind it.
But you're
but who
looking
the hell
at
knows
just
what
the
that is?
character.
Like outside of just like Star Wars.
It looks so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. This is my least favorite thing I've ever seen in Star Wars canon. And I know it's a little minor thing.
Yes and no, because part of his security detail is those cyborg people. So like, it's not minor.
I don't have a problem with the cyborg itself. It's the look of it. Like
Yeah.
They're more
Grievous
his eyes
felt
and
like
ears.
Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he did.
This doesn't. This feels like Blade
Yeah.
Runner. Like I don't. So, just she has a Doc Ock chip in her fucking neck.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Look.
it was-
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that whole scene.
yeah,
That's the fucking
that's
inhibitor
weird.
chip from
I know.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The fuck are we doing? I hate it so much, but it didn't ruin the episode for me like I thought.
No,
it would.
not at all.
So you
But
get this like little scene of them like trying
Little.
to talk into. It's not like 10 minutes.
It's too long.
It's nothing super long. Or are you talking at
I
the
mean, like-
fire?
No,
Are we there
in
yet?
The, in the shop.
They're still in
the shop. Like, we've seen the metal hand. Like, I don't have a problem with the android part. It's just
Yeah.
the look of it is so dumb. Like if they just brought her there and I don't need to see like this
No,
shit. I don't
it
care.
just goes ER style surgery here going on.
It's
Like,
it's
move
fine.
on.
I just
got it.
And the fluids eventually go through. Like
Yeah,
she's got
it's
blue
like,
thing,
okay,
and then
we
her
get
blood.
it.
she's got a
we
blue
get
pill
it.
and a
Yeah.
red pill. Matrix.
So I didn't need this. I had a 5-second explanation in Mando that I was like, I'm good.
Well,
Cool.
that scene was only 2 minutes long.
It was 2 minutes too many. We didn't need it.
Yeah, and then it shows a flashback to them again, which is so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Just let the scene play out if you're gonna do a flashback. Just let it go to where he finds her on with
Sands of Tatooine.
Sands of Tatooine. So fine little flashback there. I want one of those little water orb things.
Oh, hell yeah.
I want them to.
What
sell
do they
them
call
on-
it? Is it a black? It's
I forget
black
what it-
shell. Black something.
Yeah, black. Damn.
Something like that. Black orb. Black something. I forget what it is.
Black shell?
I don't know.
I don't know what it's called.
But I love the fact that she's like, "Who are you?" or whatever, and he goes, "I'm Boba Fett," and she's like, "Boba Fett's dead." So I like how that in the universe.
Are we at that scene yet? Because I want to say something about that.
Yeah,
yeah,
go for it.
Okay.
Fire. Yeah.
So they're at the fire. I don't know if you noticed this. I said this to Brad earlier in the week. Like, was it just me, or was I looking into this too much? But when Fennec Shand did this very subtly. I have to give props to what's her name?
Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen.
Thank you. So I got to give props to
Mulan.
To the actress. Yes, that when she connects that's Boba Fett, son, infamous bounty hunter, but son of Jango Fett, who now we know who Fennec Shand knows from the Bad Batch. She knows Omega. She knows Omega is a clone of Jango Fett because she was hired specifically to, I believe, protect Omega. It looked like she was
supposed to just bring her back to Camino.
Yes,
that was her whole job.
Right, and then she flipped and decided to protect Omega instead, and give her back to the Bad Batch. Right, I've only seen that episode
Bad Batch
once.
Fight to get her back.
Okay,
but then the Kaminoans call her again, and she's like, "I'm out." Like,
well, she gets tied up with Cad Bane too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, she steals their Omega back from Cad Bane, and then the Bad Batch steal her again.
Potentially see. Is he alive?
We don't
as
know.
far as we know,
okay.
yeah, he could be.
He could show up in Book of Boba Fett.
He's one of my favorite
I'd love
characters.
to see Cad Bane.
Oh, that'd be great.
I love.
But
Cad
I
Bane.
didn't think about
I've got
that
a
at
Cad
all.
Bane a Black Series figure.
Oh, sick. So
I didn't think about
what I was getting
Omega
at,
all.
like, did Fennec put it together? Like, shit, this is Omega's brother.
Definitely.
So that's my point about Omega.
She definitely did.
Does Boba Fett know of Omega?
No.
Fennec
has to tell him.
Yeah.
She's gonna have to. Like what I told you, wild. And I'm kind of like, I know this would be a long time, and I don't know how clones age, but he's a defected one. How fucking cool would it be if Omega brought Wrecker to help Boba Fett?
That would be the shit.
How fucking cool would that be?
And we don't care about the Bad Batch at all. But seeing this would be cool.
Sick.
Like, that's so funny. Like, we all agree Bad Batch is meh. But bringing them into Boba Fett
or even Hunter. Even Hunter would be cool to see. But obviously Wrecker would be cooler because I think he's the best character of the Bad Batch.
He's my favorite of the Bad Batch.
Yeah, I agree.
He's just fun.
Outside of Crosshair, I really like Crosshair.
Well, I like the little bit that we got. I want more of that side where we see him just going complete, jerk, just becoming a horrible dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
I don't like that they said there was going to be like earth-shattering moments in every Boba Fett.
Well,
whoever said that?
every.
What?
I saw that as a quote somewhere.
I never
believed
that.
Like, so far, it's. I went off on a rant the other day because people, as much as I just bitched about that one scene, it's one scene. I like the episode overall. This is my favorite episode of the show. I like the
series overall.
I like the series overall too.
People are like saying this is the worst Star Wars thing ever.
It's not
because
the Bad Batch exists.
And because
the holiday special is worse than Bad Batch.
Yeah. And as much as I love Resistance is worse than this. Like, come on.
Yeah, this is not a bad show by any stretch.
No.
I think that they're going to do I think what the model now for Star Wars shows is you give us a really solid 7 episodes, and then that last one's going to fuck your mind.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get Han Solo.
There's
I really, really do.
We're definitely getting Kira and Crimson Dawn.
I want Kira and Han to be working together again. This is around the time when Han goes back into smuggling.
Yep.
If she's still around and is still like even higher up in the organization now,
well, he definitely
could go work for her.
Because this is after the Battle of Jakku, as we established last episode.
You know what?
Ben was born
how
on that day.
How amazing would that fucking be?
Leia and Han split after Ben became Kylo Ren, right? Or was it before that?
No,
was it before that?
He was with Luke, and that's when they split.
He was doing stuff with Lando too, and Last Shot.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And he was without Chewie for a minute there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chewie came back. He was working with another somebody else that turned on him. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I didn't like that book.
Yeah, but anyway, so if Han and Kira, if this is the first time they see each other since what we know of how they saw each other in Solo, I was theorizing this and I was trying to talk myself out of this, but how would you feel if Kira and Han had a kid? If they
I'd be okay with
just
it.
hooked up.
It fits the character.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
What if that's why he left Leia? To get back into smuggling. He had a family on the side.
Maybe.
Maybe.
They've already made him a shit dad. That's one of the reasons I didn't like about that book.
Yeah,
he didn't want to be with his son. Like in the book, he's like, I don't want to do this. I'm like, I never felt like that.
Yeah.
As a dad, I was always like, yeah, Yeah, I'll stop standing.
That's not your character.
But Han was never going to be a good dad. Like, I mean, in Return of the Jedi, it's the most humble Han we've gotten, but he was still a dick.
Yeah.
Oh,
dang,
man.
He's going to take his gift basket and leave.
With his little cheese cutter and Family Guy, his little lightsaber cheese
Oh,
cutter.
I mean, Pepperidge Farm.
Cheese,
the Milano cookies.
The fucking Leia and the fucking Republic gave him how much money to pay off Jabba the Hutt, and he blew that.
And he didn't even pay it.
No, I know.
He should have just taken it and immediately.
You literally
gambler.
you would have saved your arc in Empire and
and
Return of the Jedi, Han. You would have been all right.
Oh my gosh, we wouldn't have got the whole War of the Bounty Hunter comics.
So
right. Well, so Boba and Han they have that history. He toted him around that whole time.
Yeah. And when Disney bought like Lucasfilm, that's when we got all this like hardcore press and stuff that's like Boba Fett and Han are like rivals. They hate each other. And it's like,
right.
Do they? Have they ever really interacted? Except for when Han goes, Boba Fett where? And that's it?
Yeah.
Like, and then
he turns
bumps
around.
him. He bumps him right off the ship. Like,
could you imagine if they did that now?
Yeah.
Like in a movie like that, like people would be livid.
Kylo Ren where? Bunk.
So in that same scene at the fire, he asked her to help her get his. I get confused where we're at in the flashbacks. It's hard when it's this close to the right time period.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, where? Okay,
This is
he's got a ship.
This is season 1 of Mando. He's a few episodes away from finding them on the
Tython?
Tython. Yeah, the planet Grogu's reaching out to through the Force on.
So he asked her to.
He hasn't got his armor back yet.
No.
So Cobb Vanth episode hasn't happened yet.
No.
But I'm going to assume he's seen Mandalorian with the armor
on
already.
the speeder bike.
Yes.
Okay, so the
I'm
Cobb
going
Vanth
to
episode already happened.
I feel like it did.
Okay.
Because
well, yeah, it had to. It definitely did because the flare shoots off.
That episode happened, but
that's the same one.
No.
Nope.
The Cobb Vanth episode does happen after it in season 2.
You're right.
So you're right.
Season 1.
When he gets the starship back, he
that's where
immediately
Mando
goes
comes from.
And he immediately goes back to get his armor from the Sarlacc. He thinks it's still there, but it's not.
Okay, I have a question about this, and Courtney actually called it out right away when we were watching it. Did he not remember the Jawas tearing it off of him?
He blacked
if you're
out.
that dehydrated.
He blacked out. He's got cancer in him from the saliva and the poisons. He blacked out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but it's just like, you're gonna go back to the Sarlacc, but it's not there, bro.
Yeah.
It
took
took me a second to kind of think about that.
Who knows how fucked up he got in that? I mean, they could have shown us.
Well, it took him 5 years of back-to-baths to get healed. That's how messed up he was.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
5 years of back-to-baths.
So basically, they have this agreement since he saved her life. If she helps him get his ship, her debt is repaid.
Yep.
Right. It's
So
not a
they go-
life debt. It's
No,
just
it's
this
just
one
like,
mission.
help me this one. It's a
which
one-off.
is basically how Mando lives. I'll do this for you today.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do this for you tomorrow. Like,
I'm assuming he knows who Fennec Shand was because.
Yes.
yeah, he calls her like
Boba
Master
did, yeah.
Assassin.
He knew
Master Fennec.
he knew she was a master assassin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they kind of like storm Jabba's palace.
Going
She starts
all
murking
sneaky
people
like.
up. Or no, she goes to start doing it, and then they decide to sneak in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta
They
start watching
send that
this
little
twice.
like surveillance ball
Oh, yeah.
through
That's
like
right.
the vents
the
and stuff.
droid. Yeah. The little,
And they picked off like 30 people who were like running surveillance.
This hasn't popped up
Yeah.
yet, but I love when it comes back and it
the
shows like
big
the map.
Just
and it
keeps building.
Yeah,
Like,
I
link,
love, that was
link,
so
link.
cool.
Yeah. It shows you
love
how
that
big
a
that
lot.
palace is.
Yeah,
It's huge, yeah.
It felt authentic. It felt like actually like they were in the same place still, which I think is really cool for the like for the set designers. Like the fact that they
which
were
is
able
like
to
I love it.
We
capture
don't
that
know
again.
how Jabba's palace is
But it
laid
fits
out,
right.
but that when you see that, you're
That's
like,
why
because it looks like Star Wars,
Yeah.
and you're in Star Wars,
Yeah.
unlike the fucking
Yeah.
shit with this.
Yeah, this is
This is that's what I'm saying.
the
Like,
the fire pit meeting is when Star Wars took back over again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So but
from here on, this episode's really well.
Oh, it's
I take
perfect.
that back. Not perfect because we got the kitchen scene coming up.
I like
that
the
was all
kitchen
right.
scene.
I was okay with that. Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as the people modding scene, but it was kind of.
I didn't like the little droid that runs around, but we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
I didn't like the look of it. It looked like an anime character.
It's
did.
from Clone Wars.
Real
so-
quick, yeah,
Is
it
it?
is. It is. Yeah,
That
they
type
have
of
those
droid
droids
is.
around.
Yeah.
Real quick, your point about how well they did the Jabba's palace. This is why I can't wait to see Obi-Wan Kenobi's hut. In Kenobi.
We'll
like
see
I
more
can't
than
wait
that
to
one
see
room.
that. Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see where he
Gonna
lives.
see that
Yeah.
bathroom in there, you know.
I want to see his bedroom,
His
see where
kitchenette.
the magic
I want to
happens.
see him put
That's where his
Anakin's
lightsaber comes out.
lightsaber
Ooh.
in. I want to see him put
Yes!
Anakin's lightsaber into the chest.
Oh, they'll
Like,
show that. They'll definitely
Yeah.
show that. You know they can't.
I know.
What if they do? I know I just said I don't want flashbacks.
And then they'll sell that box on Batu.
Of course they will, and I'll buy it.
I'll buy it like a sucker.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not a sucker. I'll love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that dopamine hit after buying that. I'm gonna be like,
what if the opening scene of Obi-Wan is technically a flashback, and it's literally him landing on Tatooine after he's dropped off Luke?
Okay.
And he's like literally walking into his house and like setting up his shit in the house.
Yeah.
So is he
He
going
finds his hut.
And that's where he puts the thing in there.
Does he find it, buy it, build it? Like, I don't know.
Tatooine. It could just been like an abandoned thing.
Yeah, I don't care how
abandoned
he
hut.
it.
Yeah.
I don't
it's
care.
Tatooine. It's a shitty little, no one's there really.
Yeah.
It's on the outskirts already.
Hive of scum and villainy.
Like, wouldn't that be cool to see him put that thing in the chest? Like, and then it's just like Obi-Wan, and then it starts like a little closer to where we're at.
That'd be epilogue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prologue.
I get him. Why am I getting on flip tonight? I'm dumb.
Pre. That's how I remember
Pro
it.
and pre.
But
so then they do this like another cool thing about this episode. I don't know what this was, but like seeing like the glow of the metal bars, and then it like slowly
that was
disappeared
like
was really cool.
Like a knife Fennec had.
Also, why is everything so goddamn dark on this show?
It's nighttime. I don't know.
Nighttime on Tatooine.
I know,
they have
but, like,
3 moons.
I know, but you're a professional film crew. Get some fucking lighting so we can see what's happening on the screen, because it's all dark. Like there was one episode I couldn't even watch it during the daytime because the glare of the TV from the daytime, I couldn't see the fucking screen.
It's been a while since Boba's seen a woman. Maybe he's hiding his chub.
Yeah.
He's hiding his boba.
Here's the scene that you hated. I don't like this because it looks like the kitchen at Moe's with like the serving trays on the bottom of the thing. Because I used to work at a Moe's when I was a young man.
Yeah, but you made a good point to me. Like,
that's how Docking Bay
these
looks,
people
I'd
eat.
imagine.
So it's like they're royalty. So of course Jabba's going to have mindless droids making him food constantly. So
and that's why it doesn't bother me as a whole. But like, I don't know, something about seeing like Surf Pro dishes on the like it looks cheap almost. It's kind of my issue.
Yeah.
But they come through the vent there at the bottom, and then he's talking to he gets confronted, I should say, by 2 droids, which I like the look of both of them. Obviously, one we've seen before.
Actually, we see EV-93.
Yeah, that's
him right there.
Having him walk is
so cool.
fucking
and that's
cool.
how he would walk. That look, it fits. It's
100%.
so good.
It's not smooth. It's like this.
This is when he's like, "I'll get the rat catcher" or whatever.
They say it's rats, and then
he's like, "It's not rats."
And then General Grievous comes over here, which also I don't have a problem with this because he's. It's not like he grabs knives.
I know.
No. It looks universe. It looks. I'm just like it just reminded me straight up of that scene.
It's a little corny, but like. It fits because it's not. If he like reached over and grabbed a knife, I'd have been like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
But he's got him.
But his sole purpose in life is to cut things. That's what he does. So he has knives.
She beheads him, which I thought was really cool. Kind of comes behind him with the little glow knife again and beheads the.
And then we get the droid from the Clone Wars, which is called a LOM droid.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah, I've never been a fan either.
It looks practical though. Like when he grabs it looks like it's a real.
Oh, I bet that was a prop.
I don't hate it.
But also, if Boba Fett's a badass, he can't take down this little rabbit.
Like that's one thing. It's just like, okay.
They were trying to be quiet. I was thinking, and then it was just a Star Wars moment. He turns himself off. Like,
we got to remember too. Star Wars has like kid humor in it. It's a kids thing. Like there's gonna be shit like this that we don't necessarily.
Him knocking that little frog back in the pot. That was funny.
I do like that. It kind of the kitchen looks like Docking Bay 7.
Yeah.
Like when you're walking around, like
sure
they have that globe thing that's also in Docking Bay 7, which I don't remember exactly what it is. But he's cute. I mean, I just don't. No, see, like he looks like I don't know. I don't hate him. I like him now that I've switched completely.
I don't hate the scene, but I'm just like
he shut himself down.
Yeah.
So does he know who Boba Fett is? Because he goes, "I'm Boba Fett," and he goes like, "Eh."
Probably.
Also, why is it like his new thing? I'm Boba Fett. Like,
he's Batman. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. So they find Slave One. And
what's that?
It's hanging in the. It's his fire
That's
spray
the new
ship.
name. That's the name of the show now. Slave One, where?
Slave One. That's one way to get banned from YouTube.
Yep.
They take the ship. There's a fight. Blah blah blah.
Once Boba finally gets in, he murks everybody in there with guns.
That happens, and they like.
No, there was a pretty good moment there. Fennec assassin shoots the door open.
Thing. Yeah,
right. that was pretty cool.
She shoots a poor gonk droid, and he explodes.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, he didn't do nothing. Like, come on.
Yes, it did.
No, he didn't.
Fuck it.
He's complicit in Jabba's bullshit.
He was just charging all their data pads. That's his job.
I don't care.
All their
Guilty by
iPhone 8
association.
Pros.
So they said in this episode that Bib Fortuna was there, right? So we're just assuming he just like as soon as Jabba died, but he was on the sail barge.
Well,
so was Max Rebo.
Yeah,
Rebo, that's true.
Yeah,
who we saw again in the episode.
And they actually said Max, and I went.
They did.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
It is Max Rebo, and I just another
again. Yeah, so it could have been just another one of that species.
I kind of want a flashback on how this fat fucking elephant survived.
That's the next series we're getting. Max.
God damn it!
If Max Rebo can survive that, I can survive COVID.
Somehow Max Rebo has returned.
Max Rebo has returned.
At least they try to explain.
With the power of music.
The power of music.
He had to play the piano.
He's force sensitive.
What if the mod people found him? And then what's really connected to him is a piano that he can't. He just walks around with.
Like
and
the
he's
only way we can keep him alive is this
piano.
piano.
But he has to keep playing. It's like if he stops playing, he dies.
And that's why she made him keep playing. They're like, quick, Max, you got to keep playing.
No, you're gonna die, Max.
That's the only way Max Rebo survives.
That's my headcanon. That's my headcanon.
My headcanon too. Just like Padme and Anakin conceived Luke and Leia on the Halcyon.
On the Halcyon, headcanon.
Headcanon.
One of those is real. Take your pick. Which one?
Hilarious. So then he gets the ship out of there, goes down, hunts down the speed bike
Yep.
gang, kills them all.
Just straight up
of the
kills
episode.
them.
Tie some things up, he said.
Yeah.
I can't believe I feel sympathy for Tusken Raiders. It's so weird.
Yeah. Well, not all of them are dicks. Like, there are some nice Tuskens.
I mean, they were shitty to him.
Yeah. Yeah. But not all of them are dicks.
There's really no in-the-middle Tuskens. So one killed Shmi Skywalker, and then and we're shooting at pod racers and shooting
for
at
fun.
for fun.
Yeah.
And then the ones that brought Boba in to their family and stuck a lizard up his nose.
Hey, we say for fun, but we don't know. One of that pod racer he was shooting could have been like,
that's true.
He could have fucked with him somehow.
Maybe that pod racer killed his wife.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe he was for revenge.
So then he goes back to the Sarlacc. But it was just cool to see Slave One on screen again. Like it's such a
the sound design
ship.
too. Like, when you hear that sound, it's like, oh, that's all ships in Star Wars. But
they all have their own.
That's one that matches perfectly
with
that
Ben
ship.
Burt, man.
Yeah.
Ben Burt. Am I saying his name right?
I think so.
Yeah, Ben Burt, the sound designer.
Sure.
Yeah, I think
not Bill Burr.
Not Bill Burr.
No.
So he goes into the Sarlacc pit, and it kind of like to find his armor, and
the whole time
him.
Everyone is surely going, that beak's popping out soon, right? Like,
I'm
like, that beak's coming. That beak. It doesn't. I'm not saying that's bad.
No,
I'm
it
just
was
like that beak's coming.
Then
like,
when it actually comes, it looked really good.
Yeah.
Then Fennec Shan decides to drop a seismic charge in there, which was amazing.
Yeah,
that was
to
cool.
see one of those again, and then see the ripple effect of it underneath the sand.
At first, when I thought he's like, we got some scores to settle, he kills all the Niktos. At first, I'm like, he's just gonna go blow up the Sarlacc just for the hell of it. I didn't know his mission was get his armor.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, he's getting his armor. Either way, I'm like, that's cool.
It was weird to show that in like a montage of revenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, I thought he was just going there to blow up this one animal for no reason. Yeah, but no, he was getting his armor. But yeah,
he goes like spelunking in the Sarlacc
right.
pit.
He dives back into this acid.
Sarlunking. He goes Sarlunking.
Patent pending.
Sarlunking.
So Sarlacc's done.
Comes up empty.
That one is.
That one's
but
done.
there are other Sarlaccs.
Yes, like in Doc
Galaxy's Edge, which was given to.
I don't know the name of the creature in Doc.
Suchi.
It has a fucking name.
Scummy. It's an S. I saw it on Reddit today.
Oh, I didn't know
Suchi.
Okay, but I don't know the name of the creature in Docs that used to be over on the other side by like Palpatine's robes.
Oh yeah,
but it's
like
gone. It's never coming
that's
back.
Right, I forgot.
It's been gone for like 4 months. It's just gone.
I didn't think about it last time I was in
I
there.
guess it's the one that's like that lily pad looking one. It's gone. I guess.
That's upsetting. I didn't even think about it.
It's been gone for at least 4 months. I'm like,
was it because of lines for the lightsabers? Because it was kind of in a weird spot in the store.
Maybe.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's probably too expensive to maintain, so we got to cut somewhere. I don't know.
Just can't do Flex Seal.
No, I'm sure it's still in Disneyland. So
call up Hank Hill and get some WD-40 on that.
Do I?
Did you know they're reviving King of the Hill?
JPEG is
no.
Yeah, they're bringing it back. Mike Judge and the same guys are doing it.
Oh, sweet.
And he said the characters are going to age 15 years.
No,
I'm like, yes.
So we're gonna see old man Hank.
We're gonna see old man Hank. We're gonna see older Bobby Hill. Like, I can't wait for that.
Damn it, Bobby.
But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get Luann, Brittany Murphy, obviously.
Maybe she died from like a pill overdose in the show too.
Jeez.
It would fit her character.
Dang, it would, but dang.
But she turned her life around when she married Tom Petty, who won't be able to reprise his role either.
Man.
Wait, Brittany Murphy married Tom Petty?
In the show.
The characters.
The character. Luann married, I can't remember his name, but it was voiced by Tom Petty.
Oh, interesting.
Dang.
So anyway, yeah, back to
the episode. There's like another scene with the campfire. I couldn't pick out any dialogue that was interesting to me. Oh, that's when he tries to keep her with him. Or
that's when he offers her. You're good to go, and then she kind of wants to
around
stay
for the ride.
And
that's
then
that's right.
she offers him to. This is when the offer goes to stay on, right? Like I'll offer you something that nobody else can.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
Yep,
She's like,
right.
he's like, I'm tired of working for idiots that are gonna get me killed.
Yep.
And I'm like, so he's calling Vader an idiot?
Well, Vader's dead now. So.
True.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dang, he's calling everybody idiots.
Anybody's trying to kill me is an idiot. You know?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Jabba, yeah.
Fair job as
Vader.
an idiot.
So then it finally catches up to real time. So I really don't think we're going to see. If we do see any more flashbacks, they'll be like the ones of Kamino while he's in the back to tank, where he's thinking about, they've shown that one like.
He's
4
not going to go
times.
back in the back to. He's done with the back to tank.
Well, we
They
gotta.
said you're fully healed.
We gotta get the flashback of where he gets his spurs. I gotta know where he gets those spurs, man. I gotta have it.
Shut up.
Shut up.
The only
I
other
don't like that.
The only other flashback I could possibly think of is if they go back to Attack of the Clone timeline.
I'd love to see
something
that.
with him and his dad. That's
would be
the only
cool.
thing I could think of.
I don't want it.
That'd be
Neither do I. It's the only one I
It's
think
fine.
that they would go back and
Done.
do.
You know what would be really cool? Give us something in the original trilogy, a flashback of him in Empire or like something. That would be cool.
So then they head over to the sanctuary because they just want to check in on things.
Yeah.
Just kind of see how things are going, and that's where we find our good pal
Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum. I
Black
can't say
Chrysanthemum.
Black Chrysanthemum.
They haven't
Chrysanthemum.
said black in the show.
They haven't, but it's in the
It's
comics.
only
so it's
Chrysanthemum in the
Chrysanthemum.
show.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I love this character.
I do too.
Me too.
And I
He's
love
so
the fact
fucking
that
awesome.
this scene here is the deepest of cuts.
This is a this is
super deep
rip
cut.
their arms out of your socket.
Well,
Well-
that, but there's a deeper cut.
Say what you said about the Trandoshans.
The
to me.
Trandoshans.
the Trandoshans look like shit in this show.
I agree.
Kinda do.
I
They
can't-
look bad. I said they look like
Yeah.
something from Dinosaur.
No,
the
they
TV
look like
show.
Land of the Lost. What were those called? Sleazel slacks. Sleaze
Not
slacks?
the mama.
That's Dinosaur, but yeah,
I know.
Land of
I
the
don't remember.
Lost.
I don't think I've seen Land of
It's
the
like an
Lost.
80s TV show, and then they did a Will Ferrell movie.
Oh, Land of the Lost. Yeah.
The
Oh,
Sleazel
they do
slacks,
look like
they
the
look like
fucking
those.
things. Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, look at them. Like, that does not look like a Bosk. I mean, Bosk.
Nah.
You know,
Their
he's
eyes
Bosk
are huge.
is like
Their
a
eyes
lot.
are just
Is
like
they
much
look
different than that.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like I just there's something off about the
Oh,
design.
yeah.
of
Are you
it.
talking about the deep cut about
This
how
is the
the
deep cut.
Wookiees and the Trandoshans
Yeah. I'm like, why
hate
is
each other?
he
How they
staring at
used to
these-
hunt them?
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
second, I'm like, why is he just staring at these guys? Who cares? But I'm like,
Oh, I picked
they
up on
hate
it
each
right
other.
away.
I
Yeah.
didn't-
those two
I didn't even know
species
that.
hate
So
each other.
Transdotion, Kashyyyk, and wherever the Transdoshans are from are like next to each
Trandosha,
other.
I think.
Trandosha. The Transdoshans hunt Wookiees.
For fun, for sport.
fun, for sport,
Remember
yeah.
would the Trandoshans offer Boba a pelt of a Wookiee? That's their whole
No,
like,
I
thing
don't-
in life.
was that
It
in the show?
It was in
That's
chapter 1.
That's
I
background.
think.
Yeah, that was quick, but
When he was getting
but
tributes,
that's
a Trandoshan
yeah.
offered him a Wookiee pelt.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on
They
that.
hunt them for
Did
fun.
they say it was Wookiee?
No, I
No.
just think you knew it was. You could tell. I mean,
In
if
the
it's the
Clone Wars-
Trandoshans, you know
Oh,
it. Yeah.
In the
How did I
Clone
not know
Wars,
this about
they
these
have an
these
episode
two?
where they're hunting Chewie.
Fuck.
It's like you know the concept, the most dangerous game.
Yeah, huh?
It's that, but alien species. So
Damn.
Trandoshans hunt Wookiees.
That's fucked up. I didn't realize
So that's
that.
why Chrysanthemum is
I
so
thought,
like,
I thought
hate
he
these
was
dudes.
just
why he
drunk
kept
and being a dick.
That's
No,
what I
that's
thought
why
at
he
first,
kept
but I'm
getting
like,
pissed
oh
at all of them.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a super deep cut.
That is a
yeah.
deep
Yeah, I
cut.
love that. And I love the fact that they're not like, oh, he's going to fight them because Wookiees and Trandoshans
Yeah.
hate each other. Watch out. I love the fact they're not doing that. But
So then the chick that, like, I guess owns
her name's
the
Garza, I think.
Garza, that's
Garza.
right.
Do you want more of her?
Yeah,
I want
like
to know
her.
what's her deal. Like,
She's
feel like
hot.
she's
so I'm here
shady.
for it.
She's
Well-
like an Oga.
She's hot as fuck, dog.
Yeah, she is.
For a Trandoshan.
I want her to be on
or
the
for a
Halcyon.
Twi'lek.
Yeah, she's
me
a
too.
Twi'lek.
Yeah.
I'll be going every week. This bitch is
Yeah.
on the Halcyon. She's
Right?
fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
So she comes out
She's
and basically
shady,
offer goes, oh yeah, of course. She comes out and offers them like, hey,
You don't
got
got to pay your
you've
tab.
got a long tab.
Mm-hmm.
I just if you leave without incident, just please leave.
Yeah, and I love he thinks about it for a second.
No, he doesn't.
No,
he
he
was
doesn't. I
fucking
know.
with her.
Oh,
I
he
love
knew
how
it.
he's
He's like,
meh, I'm
he
gonna
goes,
rip it
oh,
off.
cool story, bro. You can do. And he rips that motherfucker's arm off, and she's like, really?
Yeah, you had to.
You had to do
And the
that?
thing is, though, that Trandoshan will be fine because their limbs can grow back. So he'll be fine.
Ah.
That's true. But she kind of like talks about his backstory a little bit about like how he used to
But
fight.
yeah, he's like, you used to be in the ring, or
The
what do you
pit.
call it? The pit.
The pit,
Yep,
yeah.
yep. Which is from the comics.
Mhm.
Another deep cut.
Yeah.
I love it.
Santo? Was that the name of the?
Corsanton?
No, Santo. Was that the name of
Santo.
the planet?
Oh, I
I just
forget
saw
the
the
name
name
of the planet.
Santo
yeah,
go by. I don't
forget
know
the
if
name
that
of the
was-
planet.
Mm.
Yeah, I
That was
forget.
like his master, or
This whole scene though, when he was tossing these dudes around the bar, you know me, I was freaking out. I'm like, is the droid gonna be okay? Please don't let the RX droid die. Please let him be okay, or her. I think it could be her. I'm hoping it's her, but
Well, what if the RX droid
I hope it's DJ's girlfriend.
crashed? But what if they got broken and then DJ Rex came in and
That'd be
filled
cool.
in?
That would be cool.
He taking a break from
But
Bot 2?
that would be cool. But I'd rather this be his girlfriend, and we see her on the Halcyon.
You're gonna write some droid porn, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it's already written. What are you
Beep,
talking
bop,
about? It's a big binder right here.
Yeah, it is. I see that. Yeah.
So then he basically gets all the people from Tatooine to sit down with him and
Boba
talk
comes
to
in
Boba.
and offers Chrysanthemum a job.
That's
He's
right.
like, hey, come with me.
You look like you need a job. He said, or something
Does
like
he
that.
take it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He did.
He's standing behind him and just that.
I usually, when we used to do Hey Mando, I'd watch it 3 times. And
Yeah,
I've only
I watched
watched
it 3
these
times.
once each now.
Not this one though. I only watched it
I'm
once.
going to watch this one tonight again, I think. But I'm going to try to watch them 3 times before next week because I just feel like you get a bet. I can remember things better.
Yeah.
So they sit down, and he kind of threatens him with the Rancor.
I love how the table is above the Rancor pit,
you
but
see
not
the-
his chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Boba,
smart.
Boba
So
positioned them specifically to like all Fennec had to do
Everything
is
will
press
fall.
one button.
Yep, and they all fall and
Rancor.
die. Yeah.
So and that was perfect because they asked like what stops us from
killing you now.
now, and then the Rancor's like, yo,
Hey, don't
I'm
talk
here.
about my dad.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Yep.
fuck you say, bruh?
What'd
Yeah.
you say about my daddy?
Say about
Yep.
my dad. So they kind of agree, and they're basically like his plan is to.
He's like, we're gonna team up and take down the Pikes, and they're all like, nah,
Fuck, why
bro.
would we fight that? We make money off the spice.
Yeah, we can't take down the Pikes. It's not good business.
They agree, if I remember right, to just be neutral.
Yeah, he's like,
They
all
all
right,
do.
how about
The
you
terms
guys
are
just
acceptable.
don't do anything and be neutral, and I'll take care of the Pikes. And they're like, okay,
He's like don't. He said if the Pikes come to you and ask for an alliance,
right.
To betray
Don't
me,
agree, yeah.
just be
Yeah,
neutral.
don't betray me. Just don't.
Which
join.
we know someone's not going to do.
Oh yeah, one of those syndicates at least are gonna join.
It'll probably be the Trandoshan.
Probably.
Those little
They're
scumbag
goofy-looking
fucks. I
Trandoshans.
hate the look of them. And I like Trandoshans. Like, I think they're a cool-looking species, but I just...
I love the way they
Not
spoke
here.
though. It was all hiss. And
Yeah.
like that's how they speak. So I like that.
That's in other stuff, too. That's not
Clone
new to
Wars.
this.
They hiss a lot.
They do it in the books, too. Like,
Yeah.
when the Trandoshan
when you
speaks.
write, they draw like 6 S's at the end of the word.
I love
Yeah.
it. Is that the end of the episode?
Well,
No.
not yet. We
Oh,
get
no.
the big old
Oh,
teaser.
that's
the biggest
right.
part
Big
of the
old
episode.
teaser.
Holy
That's
shit!
A
right.
music cue got us hyped.
I
a
was
freaking music
chills.
cue.
I had this.
got
I had this
chills
on.
from that.
I did too.
Yes.
I had this on while I was working, and so that's kind of the reason why I didn't pay attention to it that much. But I'm watching it, and I hear whee.
Yeah,
and
you're
I
like,
went,
whoa.
and I was like,
Because it was right after Fennec Shan said he's like, but
They played it-
credits.
We need some muscle.
it's
Yeah,
there in the
credits
flare
can buy
scene
you
too,
muscle.
though. It's
Oh, it
yeah,
was?
That's the
briefly,
first time I
briefly.
picked up on.
Yeah,
it,
like
was
2
the
or
flare
3
scene,
notes.
and I was
It's
like,
not
oh,
as
it's
much.
a Mando thing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what the fuck is that? And he goes, whee. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Mando. Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't the full like.
Yeah, it was just that one little part in the music, and then it.
so
But we need muscle, is what he says.
so here's the thing. Obviously, Din Djarin's going to be there.
Yeah.
He will be. He's unless something happened, and it better not. The fucking Darksaber's going to be on him.
Yeah, it has
should.
to
Like,
be.
how cool
And
is that
how-
going to be?
It took me a second to put that together. I was like,
I didn't even think about it until he said it to me today. I was
Yeah,
like, oh.
It took me half of today. I was like, Mando's coming, cool. And then I'm sitting at work today, bored. And I'm like, Mando's gonna come in, and then we saw Mando, and I'm like, wait, he's gonna have the Darksaber. Like it took me like 6, 7, well, more than that.
So
Today's
I'm-
Friday. It took
I
me like
think-
3 days.
So like I'm thinking about everybody we saw in Mandalorian, right? That worked together. Ahsoka's not going to be involved. She already
No.
went to Sabine Wren, and
She wouldn't make
they're
sense.
off. No, right. But
Yeah.
I'm ruling her out just
Right.
in case anybody's thinking about that.
Yeah.
She's off with Sabine looking for Thrawn and Ezra right now, and we'll see her story. Obviously, Din will show up. Him and Bo-Katan are kind of on the outs unofficially because she wants the Darksaber and she has to defeat him for it. So there's a chance they're still together. So maybe we see Death Watch, we see Bo-Katan, and no, they're not Death Watch, right? Are
No.
they Death Watch? No.
They're something owls.
Yeah.
Night
Death Watch is
owls
the
or
one that
something
Maul had control over in the Siege
Yep.
of Mandalore. My
Yep.
bad.
And they're the ones that saved Din. So Din was technically Death Watch.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Holy shit. That's
I want
right.
to point this out,
Yeah.
too. We'll have a Grogu-less Din Djarin,
Oh yeah.
which
Yes.
will be
No
very
Grogu.
interesting to see how he reacts without Grogu for
We
the
had
first
one
time.
episode
if
of
he's more
Mando
reckless.
with no Grogu. One full episode. So
Where?
well, of them being separate. Like it was
Where?
Oh, yeah, season 2 when he
The
was...
Bill Burr episode.
Yeah, Burr. Yeah, Grogu wasn't in it.
There,
right.
he's in it at the end with Gideon.
Oh,
but, like,
with the
he's not in it
Darksaber.
with
I
Din.
forgot about that. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
You,
You're right.
you could say the same thing about the first episode of Mandalorian then.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not in there till the last 30 seconds.
The
yeah.
yeah.
The old finger touch.
So maybe Bo-Katan and Casca Reeves show up too.
And Axe Woves.
Yeah, Axe Wolves. Maybe they're on the outs. You know,
How-
Mando is
yeah.
like, take the fucking thing, and she's like, no, I can't. Yeah,
How cool would it be if we saw Trapper Wolf?
How cool would it be if Boba Fett fights him? He's like, I'll do it, and fights him for the Darksaber and gives it over to...
Hell yeah.
She won't accept it, though.
That's true. She won't
She
accept
has. She's set on fighting. She has to fight.
has to be defeated. So
Because she took it once, and that didn't work out
it.
too
Now we
well.
know Boba Fett's is essentially weaker than he used to be. What if she easily kicks his ass?
Yeah.
she could. And then
she definitely could.
That could be the war of Siege of Mandalore 2. You know,
Oh,
the
yes.
Mandalorian Wars Part 2.
Interesting.
And the Book of Boba Fett Season 2. I mean, I'm so
curious how this is going to play out. We still have 4 more episodes.
Yeah, there's so many characters he could go get. Like you
No,
said, Cad Bane.
I believe there's only 7 episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we said 8. I believe there's only 7, unfortunately.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Dang.
Yeah.
Maybe
there was only 3
maybe the
left?
last chapters could be like an hour, like a full hour.
I hope.
Yeah.
Hey, one episode was an hour.
It was 52,
About
I think.
47.
47? One was
No,
50.
there was one that was longer than that.
One was like 52.
Episode 2 was 52 minutes.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking of.
I thought it was longer
But
than
5
that.
minutes of
No.
that is credits.
Yeah.
I could have sworn there was one that was like an hour and right at an hour.
Nah.
52 minutes. God damn it.
But this is definitely going to be season 1. We're getting season 2. So like there's
I
no
don't know,
I'm
it's-
still not sure about that yet.
I don't
this feels
know.
condensed to me.
It does feel
I don't
condensed,
know.
and I also feel like it's not the reaction they wanted.
Right. And
It's because
well,
Star
it's-
Wars fans
yeah.
are terrible.
They are the worst.
Yeah.
Also, thanks for listening to the podcast. You're a
yeah,
Star Wars fan.
even though you're the worst.
The Book of
We're the
Boba
worst.
Fett.
I don't know.
Look at Bob Fett.
Bob Fett. But there's so many characters he could go grab. You said Cad Bane earlier.
Bosk is around somewhere, I'm assuming. Is Dengar alive?
Yeah,
I know.
Dengar's in Rise of Skywalker. What's left
What?
of him? In the scene where you see John Williams at the bar, he's in there.
He is?
Yeah.
Dengar's there?
He's really messed up, and he really doesn't look like he used to. But he's there.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
But, wow, I'm surprised he survived because he was in with Darth Vader. He was his spy when all those assassins or the bounty hunters were looking for Vader.
He's no good to me dead.
Right?
Dengar could show up, maybe. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I don't
Bosk
know.
would be interesting, because Corsanton and him wouldn't get along.
No.
They would just immediately kill each other.
That's why it would be interesting.
That's why it'd be
Having
really
to make
interesting,
them
yeah.
work together. I don't know. I still feel like
Kira
I
and
still feel
Crimson
like
Dawn,
we're gonna get Solo. I
Yeah,
really,
Kira,
I really
Han,
think.
and Crimson
Look,
Dawn.
if
That
you-
sounds like
It's
a
gonna be really
sitcom.
hard for them to not follow. First off, it's gonna be hard for them to top any moment from Mandalorian for me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, Han would be about as close as I could get. Leia maybe, but that would be a tough.
We
one
already
to
had
do.
Leia. Rogue One.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
had a surprising Leia moment. We haven't got a surprising Han moment.
I mean, Rise of Skywalker.
True. You're right. You're right. Dang.
That shocked me. I didn't think he would be in that. I really didn't. There was no leaks of that.
I
like,
didn't
no,
either.
No.
I had.
That's pretty
I
impressive.
did not see that coming.
What's harder to keep secret, Grogu or Han? In Rise,
Grogu.
Han and Rise.
Grogu was harder.
You think so?
I think, yeah.
I
Because
don't
this is
know.
the basically the second mainstream species of Yoda that we were going to see.
Yeah.
You talking about what was harder to keep a
Keep
secret?
a secret.
Mando or Grogu and Mando season 1?
Yeah.
Oh, that for sure. Because
Yeah.
Disney could have that was a demand by John Favreau. He's like, you're not gonna be able to. You can't put out
You can't
plush and
market
shit
this
before
before,
this happened.
they already have-
like I knew what Porgs were before.
Right.
Last
There's
Jedi
already a
was
billion
released,
Han
yeah.
Solo figures,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
it's not like.
saw BB-8 for years before.
Yes,
before
exactly.
comes out.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that they did it so smart. They let you fall in love with the character first,
Yeah.
Mhm.
instead of by the time the show rolls around,
You're
you're
sick
like,
of him.
I'm tired of looking at this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like
We're
where
still
does it
not
pop
sick
up?
of him. We're still not tired of him.
I'm not.
We're tired of the merch. We're not tired of the
Yeah,
character.
no, the character is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see how Din Djarin's holding up after that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm interested in.
I think he's revolting back to what he knows, and he's going to be. We're going to see him pretty badass in.
I think he's
Book
going to
of
be.
Boba Fett.
I think he's going to be distraught. He's going to fuck shit
Well,
up.
yeah, exactly. Because remember how we saw him in episode 1 when Brian Posehn was driving him around. He fucking
Yeah.
sliced the
Ruthless.
dude through the fucking the door.
He's ruthless. Kids
Shit.
change you, man. Kids change you.
Can't change it. Tom will never know, so
What? Never know what.
that kids will change you
The
because
kids
you don't
change
want
you.
kids.
Yeah.
Kids change you.
I don't know what I want anymore, so hey, who knows?
You don't want a little Ben running around?
I got Jackson.
Ben
That's
Boucher?
better. Ben Boucher.
Oh,
Ben
dude, I
Boucher.
love that.
Oh my gosh.
Double
Benjamin,
Oh, my
Benjamin
God.
Boucher?
B squared.
Ugh.
Breaking Benjamin Boucher?
What the?
What's eating Benjamin Boucher?
Oh my gosh.
What's
Why?
eating Gilbert Grape?
Why?
I
Good
almost
movie.
made a joke that would have gotten me in trouble in court.
Was it a Gilbert Grape joke?
It sure was.
Oh, stay far away
Stop!
from that.
Stop! So what
Stop
about
right-
Lando? Could Lando come in Boba Fett? Can we
Hey.
get Lando?
That'd be interesting.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
So, okay, let's. Did we ask this on the last episode? Would you rather want to see a de-aged Harrison Ford or an aged up Alden Ehrenreich if we're getting Han
briefly
Solo.
hit
Harrison
this.
Ford.
We briefly hit this.
We did briefly hit it, yeah.
I think this is way too far to be Alden.
Yep.
What is it, like 35 years?
He deserves, like, I get your point last time about they signed him up for like 3 films, but
and
he deserves
I
a
would love
solo
it to be.
too versus just
I agree.
an aged up
a
version of his
cameo
character.
of him looking old.
I agree. No, I agree.
I want more Alden, but I don't want it to be in this instance.
Gotcha.
This should be a Harrison.
Explore more of his like friendship with that Imperial stormtrooper who he saved the life of and what turned into a bounty hunter. Like, I want to see more of those two.
Who's that?
Is
it from the comics?
Yeah, it's comics.
I had no desire to read that one.
So it was during Han's
the Imperial
time,
Cadet or whatever it's called?
when he
Oh,
was.
that was a deleted scene even.
Oh,
from
was
Solo.
it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he's in the movie then.
Yeah, when it cuts from the guy saying, "We'll have you flying in no time," to him being launched in the air in Mimban.
Yeah.
That cut is was supposed to be a cut to him in a TIE fighter cockpit saving a fellow TIE fighter pilot.
Oh, I wonder
and
if it was
then
him.
getting kicked out for saving the
yes,
pilot.
Yes, that's him. That's him.
So that was supposed to be in the movie.
So that guy he saved leaves the Imperial Army, he becomes a bounty hunter, and he actually hears of Boba Fett having him in the Slave One, flying him to Jabba, and he goes to try to save him, but gets stopped or something.
Yeah.
Nice. I'd like to see more of that relationship.
Is that
explained.
in a solo run, or is that in a War of the Bounty Hunters run?
I believe that's a solo run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's basically the same as War of the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Interesting, guys.
I knew of that pilot, but I didn't know he became a bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's definitely a bigger character. Yeah.
In a character from the War of the Bounty Hunter line? He's one of those characters?
No.
He's in a solo.
He's in like a solo
line.
comic line.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's the same time period as the War of the Bounty Hunters.
Okay. All right. What was your rating out of 10 for this episode?
Like a 7.
I'm still 7s all across the board so far.
I was like an 8.5. I really thought the Mando tease was really cool.
It was great.
It was.
I loved it.
It was great.
Yeah.
So and it left me going like, I like it when a show like literally leaves you going, oh fuck, come on, the credits.
Yeah. It's like, you can't end it now. Give me 5
like,
more minutes.
It's okay that I have to like wait a week.
It's only a week.
It was torture when it was 2 years between.
We're never gonna have to do
Force
that again
Awakens.
in our life.
I don't think so.
Think about that. We'll never go more than like 6 months without Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, content. Yeah.
Yeah. Think about it. Movies. It's gonna be years. But content.
We're not gonna see a movie anytime soon.
Yeah.
The next one will probably be
Rogue
Squadron, right?
Yeah. We're and that's probably 5 years away.
Probably.
Realistically, yeah.
Unless they're doing production on it, they've kept it secret. Now with the volume, it's probably really easy to keep shit secret. Because now you're not having to shoot unless you want to shoot on location, which I'm sure some directors would prefer, but you don't have to do that anymore. Like you can get a photorealistic background in minutes, anywhere you want to.
30 minutes is what they said.
Yeah, it was
that's
like
how long it takes to render.
That's not
that's
long
insane.
at all.
No,
and so they could be doing something like that. Like who knows?
Think about that. Like in 15 years, that technology instead of 30 minutes, it's going to be 5 minutes.
It'll be instant. You'll have like pre-rendered stuff you can. I'm sure that's probably how it is.
Man.
They probably have like pre-rendered stuff they can choose from.
You can just change
been able to alter
in
it on
instant.
the. Yeah, that's
snap your fingers.
Now let's move this over here.
Boom.
Boom. 3 minutes later, rendered, done.
Oh my gosh.
All that takes is just more computing power.
Yeah.
So that's just, and every year that gets cheaper. So it's easier. I said 8.5. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 8.5. I'm excited for next week. I can't wait.
There's one thing I want to put in our brains as we leave today's show. Just put this in your mind. There's a potential chance we see the demise of one Boba Fett by the end of this series.
Yeah, for sure. I would expect it, kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't expect. I don't know. I didn't expect it until this most recent episode. For whatever reason, watching this episode made me think about it. I didn't expect him to die at the end of it, but now I'm starting to think maybe that's where he's headed. That's
funny you say that. What if, I have this written down as something I would love to talk to you guys about and get your ideas on. What if Boba goes out saving Din and Grogu from the Knights of Ren?
I'd rather see Din die that way.
True.
I'd
I
rather
think that's
see
better.
Mandalorian go out that way.
I think that's better because he's more connected to Grogu than Boba is.
I mean, I could see it work, but I
have
think
to squint my
Boba's
eyes to see that one.
I think
like,
Boba's done by. I feel like Boba Fett's done by then.
He's
just to me, he's just should be done by then. I don't know.
I don't need another season of this. I mean, unless something really interesting happens
next
with
3 episodes, right? If something happens in these 3, that is crazy. Is it 3 that's left?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
If something happens,
it's not 8.
It's shattering.
I checked, and the first thing that came up said 7.
That's upsetting,
man. I
could be wrong.
Strange.
The internet, is sometimes wrong.
Because both Mando seasons were 8.
We're 8. But what just came out on Disney Plus?
Hawkeye was 6.
Hawkeye
was
6.
Okay.
And that was perfect. Hawkeye did not need to be more.
Could you 2 more hours of that?
I
would
have
loved it.
I would have wanted more.
Yeah, I could have taken it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I could have
taken
taken it, but I think 6 was perfect.
I think 6 was good. I liked that show.
I loved it.
I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is my favorite. It's the thing that felt closest to a
so
Marvel.
Underrated. It's
so good. And it's the thing that felt closest like a Marvel movie.
Yes.
And that's why I liked it so much. It was like, this is just a Marvel
Hawkeye
movie broken
felt
up.
just like a TV show. It was a TV show.
Yeah.
But Falcon and Winter Soldier felt like they took a movie and just cut it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was definitely a movie. In a good way.
I'd take it. Also, I forgot to bring this up on the news thing, but since we're talking about Boba Fett anyway, he said that he enjoyed working with the Ewoks.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that had to be
some mistalk.
I think he misspoke. I meant to say Jawas.
Jawas, yeah. It's whatever.
He didn't really. I mean, he did for 3 seconds work with them, I guess, but unless we get to see him again, unless he brings them to fight the Pikes, could you imagine?
Here's the thing, that'd
be so silly.
Even that one little shot that takes
probably took him half a day.
That's a day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like maybe not on a TV show, but like in a movie, that would be like a 10-hour shoot. Like they would take forever to do that. And while you're not shooting, you're talking to people. So that I think that's more on the lines of what he meant. It's like they're cool. Like it was cool to work with the
kids. Is it Robert Rodriguez that plays the guitar? Yeah, it's Rodriguez. That was doing it on set.
Yeah.
Tim was probably doing his like Polynesian sword fights.
Or maybe this was maybe he confused some roles. Maybe he was Captain Rex in Ahsoka's series, and they're on Endor. Maybe he.
Don't give me hope.
Are they filming Ahsoka right now? Have we
Close.
heard a fucking word?
No.
Nope.
We just know Hayden's in it. Rosario's been talking about it.
And the person we talked about last show was just
Huntress.
cast.
Yeah. It's moving.
Interesting.
Kenobi's next.
Yeah.
100% Kenobi's next.
Fucking wait for Kenobi. May?
I think we'll hear about it.
That would be perfect.
I bet money. Star Wars Celebration, it's one of the major panels, and I bet money they show the first episode.
You know what? I bet they're speeding that process up as much as possible because they're seeing the idiots online that say Boba Fett is bad. They're like, we got to get him something quick.
No.
Here's the thing. All the people that say it's bad, at the end of the day, they're not canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions for it.
They
don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Nope, they're just going to go on Reddit and bitch about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then in a few years, they're going to go, can you believe it? Like, it's so great. I cannot believe the people who are, like, praising the prequels now. I'm like,
I can.
It's insane to see. It's insane to see.
Because they have a new thing to hate.
Yeah.
They glammed onto Rey. They glammed onto Ben.
So stupid.
They hate that Han Solo's dead.
Yeah.
They hate that Luke went the way of Obi-Wan in the greatest Star Wars movie of all time. And ladies and gentlemen,
we didn't do it last episode.
8:42
No, we didn't.
Eastern Standard
But it was
Time.
canon.
The Last Jedi
That's
remains still canon. Kyle, you stupid prick.
They hate the Halcyon, but they really hate it because they can't afford to go on it.
Speaking of the Halcyon, I pay it off on Tuesday.
Woo!
Shazam.
Sheesh.
And your boy's done. Man, your boy's done. I can finally get excited about it.
I've got an Oga's booked, but it's not for the right time. So I'm going to call them and be like, hey, I'm on the Halcyon. Can you...
I bet you I know they said
me?
you could do it for... I bet they could squeeze you in.
For sure. They'll give me that crappy
Show
corner
'em.
table where you have to stand by
They
the
should just
exit
have a
door.
few of those anyway.
Your data band, your
Did I say that they said that you get those in person?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
They're not going to be shipped to you, and I
Good.
was so thankful for that.
Yeah,
Because
good.
They don't
Yeah, I
want
don't
idiots
wanna
to lose them.
Yeah.
Like, come on, there's going
It's
to
not
be so
even
many
that.
people.
I don't get them if they're shipped to me. Like
that too.
My
But
account is broken.
There's so many
because
guests
it's too
that could
many
be like,
magic bands.
oh, I forgot. I didn't know how to bring that
I haven't
thing. I didn't know.
Disney knows you, like, oh, here comes the magic band guy. Fuck.
Yep.
I have so many that it literally broke my account, and I can't even get like an annual pass holder band. I haven't been able to get one in 3 years.
Oh my God. I've been looking out for ones. Did you see
Strange
that
problems.
collection they announced today? And you might have known about it, but like the Mickey collection where he's like Space Mountain themed.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
just like Stitch Grass. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
about
no, it
until
was
today.
the first one was Minnie Mouse Man
Main
Attraction.
attraction.
Okay.
Now
And
it's
they're
Mickey
literally
Main
just
Attraction.
using the same exact months
Are
the
they?
entire year.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Just with Mickey Mouse on it. And those Space Mountain ears, what's funny, when I was a cast member, I bought a pair of those ears randomly because I was like, oh, these are cool. And like, I had my 40% off, so you know how that goes. Like,
Take
you're just like,
advantage of
I'll
that.
buy everything with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flash cut to 3 years later, I found those ears in the back of Holly's car as we were changing cars when she
Yeah.
bought her new car,
Mhm.
and sold those ears for $400.
Beautiful.
Definitely made the money on that transaction.
Yep. That's awesome.
Sold them years later for $400. So I was like, I don't know if we have those. Oh, I was like, we do have those. We found that, and we found like we had a Minnie Mouse plush too, and that went for like $300 or $400.
Wow.
Man.
It's insane. So So that shit's gonna sell it like that because people are so dumb they think it's just gonna be popular again for no reason, and it's not gonna be.
Yeah.
And it's just whatever. All right, let's wrap this up. I want to go on a bike ride.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of
Boba Fett. Where?
I've been Brad Hughes. Thank you so much for listening. Evan, where can they find you on the internet?
Instagram, Evan T. Boucher.
At Fourth Mother Box for me.
And I am at Brad Ventures. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you guys next week for episode 5 of...
Chapter 5. Come on.
Sorry, Chapter 5 of the Book of Boba Fett. We will see you on the next show. Till then, stay safe. And may the Force be with you.
Like Boba Fett on a bantha.
Rise, Jedi Knight.